Hello, hello, dear RGL friends, family, everyone around the world. I am your retro gaming idol, and we are back. Oh, we are back. So, it's been a while. Let's address that right now out of the gate. Like, I took a break because I had to do some stuff in early April, which I wanted to return after that, but at the same time, it just didn't connect. And then there was like a whole bunch of news that the sky was falling and stuff like that, and then everything just kind of fell apart from there. So cue us those 8 weeks or whatever they were, and now we're back here continuing as if we never left off, right? Yeah, smile. I'm just kidding. I missed you all so much. Oh goodness. So tonight, if you remember back all the way in March, I'm sure there's one or two of you that probably have been waiting for this for a while. We had the last spin of Link to the Past because it was the last of the picker wheel that we didn't get to. So I'm still continuing that tradition going forward. I'm going to show some special surprises after this week for the next future games, but today I want to take it back to the past. Hahaha, funny. I want to take it back to the past in a way that'll be like more easy for everyone to get back into since it's been 2 months. So yeah. Let's vibe for tonight, shall we? I'm looking forward to this. It's been a while. I missed you all so much. Haha, I'm still not Sailor Venus. You're a liar. Smile. Anyways, timer is ready to go. We are ready to go. This is the usual Z3R flags that I have for everybody to, excuse me, goodness, have a burp. For everybody to have pretty much equal footing going off into the start of the game. So okay, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Boots are in Tower of Hera. I cannot tell whether that's an actual hint or not. That is frightening. That's not, though. Jeez. Oh, that's right, you can't use... So, even if you get a sword out of the first couple, like the first box like that, you literally cannot use the sword until you get the uncle in standard, which the uncle, like, handoff will be right here coming up. For those interested, I chose the Goemon soundtrack for today because I haven't used it since Thanksgiving. Hey, Mob, how you doing? Oh, we are starting off with Master. Okay, yeah. Free game. Smile. Roll to Jet Seed, no problem, right? Yeah! The end goal will be the same as I usually do, Master Sword Pedestal, but you need, X amount of pieces in order to do that, which is 3. Thank you so much for the best of luck, I appreciate it. Oh, best of luck gives me a bomb drop. Yes, I'm happy now. We're gonna go ahead and grab our full tank of magic right here, and then we're gonna be on our way. So, this is one of the safer spots to farm magic from early. Jet Seed, yep. I know there are plenty of people that don't like Jet Seeds though, so... I come from a weird, wonderful, silly group of friends that enjoy the most painful suffering imaginable when it comes to randomizer seeds. Stun prizes arrows. That is very good to know. Arrows are something that don't spawn under a lot of pots, so... Something locked behind shovel, behind mushroom, behind flute, behind book, I mean... No problem, right? Another bomb drop, awesome. More of those I see the better, but yeah. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm using Goemon for the soundtrack because I want more people to play Goemon on N64. It's one of the best Zelda likes of all time. And there are a lot of Zelda likes in the world, so, you know. Camera's not perfect, the controls are N64 controls, but still. I'm not Sailor Venus, what are you talking about? Actually, wait, this... I don't think this is MS Pedestal, or it might be. It's definitely Key Sanity, it's definitely 20 Triforce pieces. Maybe it's 20 and then hit Master Sword Pedestal? Arrows and bombs. Depending on which randomizer you're playing, that's not always true, which is really unique because sometimes you just get a little shed full of like a retro K from Zelda 1 where it gives you the chance to get a sword upgrade or a like heart container kind of thing. They call those the take any locations. That's the beauty of randomizers though. It can be anything. It can even be a boat. Also, the archipelago for this does treat the game differently as the regular randomizer does. I'm not even gonna bother with this guy. Boop. Extra health early on is always good. Like, it's bad when you get drowned in it, but a couple here or there is actually really nice when you don't have armor upgrades. I think there was this one seed this one time where I had... Oh geez, what was it? Like red mail, like before I was done with Eastern or some crazy stuff like that, and that was kind of just silly because you're just running through everything and bulldozing through it. But yeah, the cool thing about, yeah, Sailor Venus, the regular randomizer will let you pick between like a bajillion different sprites to use for Link. It does affect your placement slightly when it comes to doing the Ice Palace bomb jump, but for the most part, things are the same. But if you're someone that just plays it normal and doesn't use like tricks like bomb jumping or anything like that to get to where you're going, it's perfectly fine. But this is the soundtrack from Going on N64, and this is Oedo Castle, which is the first castle in the game that you go into. I should call it the Transformed Oedo Castle because that's the direct name for it. Rats are good for dropping money and various other things. I want to like poke them and see if I can find anything. Oh, all these tasty bomb drops. Let's go. This music is such a cozy vibe too. But then again, so is the music in like the rest of the game as well. With how often I play Z3R, it's very interesting that the last time I played a seed with this song was Thanksgiving of last year. I guess it just proves that I haven't played randos as much as I used to, especially with being out the past couple months. But we're back, baby. It's gonna be fun. And again, once next week starts rolling around, I do have plans for you all throughout June, so. Definitely look forward to every Monday now that we are back here. I'm definitely trying to get back in the habit of being able to do my usual weekly routine. Now that I'm not like crazily compelled to actually do stuff in Warcraft every single day for 2 months straight. It starts with bringing this back, plus if you've been with us for a long time, you might know about the randomizer asyncs for Archipelago that we do every couple weeks. Those are coming back starting tomorrow. Like, I've got a summer of fun for you all, so it's better to stay indoors and play games together instead of, you know, being out in the sun and getting turned into a piece of tan leather. God, I love Goemon music so much. What's the treat prize of today? Nothing. We went 88 rupees per hour. That is just money on tree. That's kind of cool. It's a good sized money drop though. We shouldn't need it, but we know it's there just in case we need to break the piggy bank. I don't remember if retro Ks are a thing on these settings. They're not. Okay. Die, Jello. Oh, we are just getting it drowned in money. Okay, cool. I'm okay with this. Maxed out bombs for now, which is really nice. So since we've been gone 2 months, I mentioned this yesterday, that's a lot of magic, that I now have a 3 monitor setup, which means I can actually like pay attention to OBS to see if anything's crazy is going on with it, like frames are dropping, anything like that. And then I can pay attention to chat and then also play games like this at the same time. It's really nice. I highly recommend getting a 3rd monitor if your PC can support it. The reason why I got 3 was because I am playing Warcraft on 2 characters right now. And those 2 characters talk back and forth to each other, so I wanted to be able to like pay attention to Discord and make sure I wasn't missing out on anything. Because I would just be so into playing my like the characters that I wouldn't even... Ice Rod. I wouldn't even actually just pay attention to anything else. Another 30 rupees right there. Lamp. Lamp is nice to find early. It puts a lot of things in logic, so now we just kind of chill. My voice is doing a little bit better today. Hopefully this seed won't last an extraordinarily long amount of time and I don't have to talk all the way through it. We'll see. Orb. Orb this early opens up Waterfall Cave as an option for 2 checks. And a bottle check too if we can find one by then. A pretty decent prize early. Okay, everything's coming up Millhouse and Eastern, I guess. At least we got the chicken clip into the wall. That was cool. Are you the same? Yes, you are. Okay, so Retro Caves looks like it's off. Which means we're gonna go in here and get ourselves our little refill room set up. Marking that off your bingo, yep. How are you doing today? Since we have arrows on the stun prize, we pretty much don't ever need to go back in there unless we need bombs, and I'll be probably rich by the time I actually need to come back for bombs, so I don't think I actually have to go in that room again now. Alright, 16 more of those and we finish the game. So that's the good news about the randomizers I was saying before. You have a bajillion different characters you can use for Link's sprite. It's really, really cool. The Archipelago, which is the multiplayer version, doesn't have as many options. It pretty much just forces you into standard Link. So, trade-off, I guess. Online connectivity for being able to mess around with, oh, I don't know, the Sailor Scouts or like a rabbit or something. There's too many options for character sprites to name because the Zelda 3 community has actually just given us that many to work with. That was a giant waste of time. But we gotta look for it, so, you know, it's fine, I guess. I didn't even notice we were at 6 hearts already. I literally just remember getting heart number 4, because you start with 3, and then I'm like, oh, I have 6 now. I guess I am perfectly fine for the start of the game. How did the phrase go? It was, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos, but I can't wait to eat some Octorok or something. Matthias of Redwall Sprite. Is that reference to Dark Souls? I don't know that canon, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend or anything, but yeah, I do not recognize that name. I'm so hungry I can eat our Octorok, that's what it was, thank you. Wow, we have a big whopping nothing to start this thing with. Save the fishy! Come here. Fishy, 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 fishy. No, 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 no. Give me fish. Give me fish. There we go. Tales of Redwall novels from long ago. Okay. Speaking of really ancient novels, things that I grew up with personally were the Choose Your Own Adventure novels, which were really cool, and I kept trying to like thumb over to cheat my way through seeing multiple choices. I was bad about cheating with those things, but I also didn't have a ton of time to keep reading back to the beginning and stuff like that. So I guess that's kind of my fault, you know? I was a busy, busy woman growing up, and I'm even more so now, which is crazy, but here we are in life. Alright, big 5 checks right here. The Fisher Price Shield, wow. Okay, so something I did notice is that I set the settings for this rando to be keys can be used towards any dungeon, which takes a little bit of the fun out of key sanity, but it also does make it a little bit more reliable and consistent time-wise. I wonder if the Choose Your Own Adventure novels are actually in some library systems around the country. That'd be kind of cool. I would love to go read those again. I can't lift that yet. I'd have to look up as I break into my winter home for 50 rupees. I'd have to look that up online to see what, like, the whole list of names were, and then go from there, probably. Because just looking up choose your own adventure novels is probably not going to return a whole bunch of stuff in a library PC system for searching up like Dewey Decimal and stuff. Alright, minor glitch right here. This is usable in every tournament imaginable. It's called the fake flipper. We go like that and first try. Whee! Doing this will let us actually check out what is on the island here without having the flippers or mirror necessary to get them for later. Fire rod, oh boy. Oh geez, no, that puts Turtle Rock as a potential option. Oh geez, at least I'm not playing pendants. Yeah, that's kind of sus to look at. I don't like it. Don't get shot while you're in this state though, otherwise you will instantly game over because it'll soft lock. That's a big whopping nothing. That is one of the worst things in the game to get. Wow, amazing. 10 out of 10. They had a French translation of it? Cool. I like that. I'm glad those books got to be brought to others and like the rest of the world, besides just the US. That's really wonderful. I want to go this way? Yeah. Let's go to Eastern real quick. We don't have arrows to finish it, but I think I may have put boss shuffle on, so we could potentially full clear the dungeon. We can at minimum get to the boss with it. But first we got our triple shop right here for free. All you have to do is blow up this guy's wall, and I'm sure he really appreciates it. The stench of money was in his back room. Don't worry, I have liberated you of that money. You don't need it anymore, I do. I'm saving the world, what are you doing? Just standing there and handing out things to people that bring you back a piece of jewelry? Come on. Oh, jeez. That's just the silly stuff right there. Alright, so let's go into Eastern and get ourselves some goodies. There are several chests in here that we can utilize and grab all the fun stuff out of. This is a overworld theme from Goemon. This is not a dungeon theme. I can pretty much tell you where everything music-wise in this game is. I'm curious if we're gonna have to try to climb Ganon's tower for more pieces of the golden nachos, because one of the best songs in the game is backloaded into GT Climb, and I want to hear it. I haven't heard it in forever. But I also haven't heard it in forever because this is the first time again that I've used this OST for the MSU since Thanksgiving of last year, so I'll explain why I haven't heard that song very much. I think that's the first two chests. Nothing exciting so far, but I have a feeling this is probably going to be backloaded. All the fun stuff will be hidden behind all sorts of fun. But you know the motto, right? You've been with me long enough over the years. Streamer's pain is chat's gain. Just remember that. It's funny. Don't worry about it. That is the most vague hint ever, thanks. But the Goemon soundtrack has such really upbeat and chill songs, and then it has a really couple of comfy water songs, which I love to bits. And then it has the final boss climb of Destiny, which is such a banger track that nobody's really ever heard of, sadly. And I've got a feeling that instead of actually playing the song for you, if we don't get a chance to hear it, I am literally just going to save it for another Zelda 3 seed, and I will make you all listen to it by climbing GT. I'll do like a normal Ganon clear setup or something. So we're pretty much on autopilot here. Autopilot is a semi-dangerous state of mind to be in for this game. I say semi because I can maneuver through Light World really easily and then most of Dark World without having to think about anything. But it's dangerous because it gives you a very predictable pattern of what you're doing, and if you try to back over any of that, it's gonna make you super confused. I'm gonna go collect more money because this is Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. Thank you, Mel Brooks, for making one of the best movies of all time, and then apparently working on the second as well. Which is long overdue, but here we are in the world. Let's see if we can actually clear this boss. If not, I'll just come back later. Okay. Those things will take your health and your magic, and I am very, very possessive of both. So let's just keep that the way it is. Ha 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 ha! Ah, here's the room where I remember we can't actually do this right now. I need a bow for that. There's only 2 in the game. That's pretty funny. Where are we going next? I think we go and fake flipper to Zora, actually. That'll get us our next 3 or so tracks. That was... See, that's what I mean by autopilot being dangerous, actually. Like, it just makes your brain go completely, I can do this already, it doesn't matter. And then you just realize you're halfway up to the boss room and you get stonewalled by the red Cyclops and you're like, yeah. I live up to my reputation as someone that just has a lack of brain sometimes. It's fine, don't worry about it. Alright, let's get up to Zora the quick and easy way, since we don't have the actual way of going up there natively, which is having a glove upgrade, which increases your strength and your ability to carry things. I am going to go this way before you kill me. Okay, cool. You cannot do this trick if you do not have the Moon Pearl. This was glitched out so long ago that they removed that ability. Literature. Wait. I am actually very curious now, while we're here. Actually, I can't do it right now. Frick. I was gonna see if, like, what's actually in there, but I'm not damaged at all, so I can't do it. Because I'd have to get out of water walk stats for that. We'll figure it out later, maybe. That is pointless. Alright, give me your goods for $500. Oh god. Zora giveth, Zora taketh away, and loves to take away. That is mega sad. Good luck kiss from Zelda. Let's go. Hey, for you, Zelda, anything. You must help me, Link. God, I love those commercials. I'm gonna go do something I wouldn't normally do this time of seed, and I'm gonna go check Pedestal because I am curious how disastrous this is gonna be. This song wasn't really in the game all that much. Ready for me. Ass hammer. Oh well, he took $1 from me, whatever. Go buy your, like, kids meal from McDonald's or whatever. There, I've ruined your hopes and dreams, chat. You're welcome. I regret nothing for taking all of that happiness from you. Alright, so we're running out of options here early on, so we're gonna have to go and either hit up desert or we're gonna have to just climb Hyrule Castle, and both of those options kind of suck. So, you know, that's the unfortunate part of this. Unless this turns out pretty big. But this by itself cannot change history. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think we are just screwed. Completely screwed this seed. Let's go... I guess we go to desert first, because I'd rather just save the climb for last. So we are missing several ways of getting into the big old dark world, and again, Desert Palace will have to come up really big here, and I don't see myself getting absolutely everything to get into Dark World from this place, so we're most likely gonna have to kill Aga 1 this seed. Which will slow us down a fair bit, but it'll make the people that think that you don't ever get a chance to fight Agnum 1, that'll make those people happy. And, you know, we gotta make those crazy people actually, you know, have a good time with it, I guess. I don't know. Those moments when you're grasping at straws to just flail helplessly and just realize that you're probably completely screwed this seed. Yeah. We're at that point. Alright, so I can't get the torch item here. And I can't get the big key stuff either, which doesn't leave us with a ton of options here. This song is from Great Adventure. This is not from Going On 64. And that might be where the other song came from too. Because this game does use the soundtracks from both of the Goemon 64 games. This is becoming a real bad waste of time real quick. Okay, that's strike 2. I think we're in trouble, chat. I think this is probably the wrong decision. The regret's gonna start sinking in real fast. Oh, okay, it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse. Actually, you know what? I'll take the hint. We're desperate. Okay, so that means there is a nacho piece at Magic Cave, which we do have the cape for, so that's good news. That gets us closer to our goal for free, so... That is a source of good news in a bunch of bad news. You're gonna be kind of lurky. Thank you so much for lurking, I appreciate that. It's the time of night where everybody's kind of just chilling and relaxing to my voice anyways, so I'm just happy you're all here today. Move it, vulture. Arr. We're back to a reasonable amount of money again, that's good. So I would say the cave was, or not the cave, but the palace was actually kind of disappointing. Like, it led to more pain than answers. I guess we're just gonna go start our climb right after this, because that's our only option left. You can hear the just despair and sorrow in my voice whenever I'm saying that, but you know, that, yeah, we're completely screwed. Just here for Sailor Venus? Hell yeah, thank you. Except, you know what? I'm not Sailor Venus, and I don't know what you're talking about. Smile. I'm actually gonna do the weird thing here, and I'm gonna go ahead and check Shovel real quick, but again, Shovel cannot guarantee me getting away from Aga Tower. We have to go up there. I just want to get this out of the way sooner than later. I don't have Mirror yet, so doing this check now is far more sensical than if I had Mirror. Nice! We'll take those. We will take those and we will run with them. Alright, chat. You're gonna win this round. I'm gonna go do the Dungeon of Suffering real fast, and you're gonna get to just have this big old evil grin on your face and be like, yeah, she's completely doing that. And I'm like, I tried every way of avoiding it, and it's impossible sometimes. Okay, there's our goal right there, otherwise that NPC wouldn't be there. That is the NPC. When you get 20 pieces of nachos, you go and deliver him his dinner, and then that's the end of the game. Okay, so this right here is actually the desert theme from Goemon 64. It doesn't really fit, but I don't know where else it would go, because the overworld song is one theme. Hold on a second. Sorry, that's a throat clear right there. It kind of made sense that this was in Logic earlier on, because I had Lamp from the very beginning. But it was a, I want to do everything else before this kind of thing, you know? As it always is, because this place sucks. What are all these keys? I mean, I shouldn't be, like, completely unhappy about it, but what are all of these keys? Nice delayed double kill. Whoopsie. Haha, revenge. Oh no, you don't. Hey, the guards kind of suck today. And I'm kind of getting bullied. Just like real life. Smile. That's what I meant to do. Read or the owl will eat you. We already have the book. What do you want from us? I understand the reference and it's funny, but still. Come on, chat. I forgot if there's any more hearts in there, but I don't think there is. If there is, they're not in the way. Alright, last room here. Suffer. Time to go the Dark Knight route and just completely bonk them off the cliff. Okay, this song's actually kind of funny. This happens before most of the bosses, before you get to the final castle in Going One. Hydrate break. And now we get Boredom Boss. How many blue balls will we get? Give us a number between 1 and like 20 something. This is from the final boss, which is really funny. Oh, they're white in this version? Okay. Must be a sprite thing. They are known as the infamous blue balls, though. So 6 of those back to his face will beat this fight. We're on 3 now. The first one after he lightning bolts will always be real, though. That is the pattern how that works. It's 2. One more to go. 3. I will spin with you to death. Whee! The screen transition from light world to dark world is the dragon flute noise, which is a really comfy, cozy little thing to have. Why isn't my tracker saying that I have what I need? Huh, whatever. I can remember that I don't need that. You know, I don't have hammer, so I can't really go south from here. I have to either, like, straight up just... I can't go to Catfish either. I have to go to Pod. Palace of Darkness will pretty much drain my keys, but at the same time, it will also give me a ton of stuff for it, so... You win some, you lose some at this point. One of those rare situations where the tracker just realizes you can get into Dark World with what you have. Maybe I do it if I press this button. Okay, there we go. You press the AGA 1 button, that's what you press, and now it works. And now we get to feed the family of Kiki the Monkey, which Kiki the Monkey wants 110 rupees for us. Takes 10 at the start. If for some reason you get hit by any of that, he runs away and you have to give him 10 more, so 110 minimum. So this was a mandatory play, so we got some good stuff here, for sure. Something that will unlock us actually, you know, playing the game again. This song was from Great Adventure. This is not from Going 164. Alright, now we can really, like, do everything in here and just lose all our keys for it. I don't remember if this particular setting will let you buy keys, though. I'd like to say yes, but I don't want to completely check myself fully on that. But nothing so far. Looks like everything's in the back. Okay. All the good stuff is in the back. It's not here. This is kind of just bad. And checks matter more than keys right now, so that's why we're being very liberal with what we have. I could have done that the other way and saved myself a little bit of time, but whatever. Aha! You can't shoot me this time, villain. Something I could have done while I was over there is I could have threw a bomb to actually unbrick that wall, but oh well. Way too late to do it now. But we can do it for this one. Yummy. We're just gonna grab all of this because it's free and there's no penalty for doing so. Nice. Absolutely necessary, but at the same time, we kind of need more than that at this point. Or we're just gonna have something that's completely unbeatable. That's kind of what's worrying me at this point. There's progress. Okay. The hookshot is one of the most valuable things in the game. It lets you do so much. It also makes the nice, like, boing noise. That was like a pinball machine. Or at least it does in other Zeldas. Here it's kind of whatever. Oh, okay. Alright, game. Finding the hammer in an almost vanilla chest is kind of insane. Everything was in the back of here. That is so nuts. Well, good news is we have stuff to do. That's the very good news. So let's go doing it. We use our now teleporter-friendly map to go ahead and get to the world that lets us get all the goodies. Get away from me. Touch me. Oh yeah, this is from the overworld too, by the way. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. I want to go south first. Yeah, let's go north first. Going north will actually let us go ahead and just loop around to the south at the very end of it. Get that. Ah! Oh, jeez. Okay, never mind, we go south first. I thought it was gonna be one of those fake ones that was gonna go ahead and just jump at me, but, you know, just spoiled by my own brain on autopilot, which I told you was a bad thing. I was gonna laugh if that Cyclops completely just killed the other two. Okay, we know that we're not doing retro caves, so that check is pointless. This, however, is good information for later. So let's go ahead and grab that. We're actually in a pretty good spot for being 50 minutes in. Hi there. I don't wanna. You can't make me. You can't make me! No! How lore accurate Ganon is in this game. He is bacon. Baconator is still around for sure. I say this all the time to people I know around online, but you cannot make me do things. Alright, mushroom's fine. Big Key of Thieves. I'm gonna start actually keeping keys written down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, there's only 2 big keys that I found so far. Okay, that's what I thought was on my map, but there you go. That is that. Get away from me. Don't touch me. Okay, let's go. We can't get into Swamp Palace, so just gonna write that off right now. Ganon is the one that brought evil into this land and made the Dark World exist, so I would say he's definitely Ganon. And Agnem was just a pawn in the... A really useful pawn, but a pawn all the same. Oh, that one's kind of pointless. That is one of the most useful, or not useful, reverse, useless big keys there is. It opens up a grand total of 1 check and doesn't do anything else. Okay, so if this doesn't turn out to be anything, I have to actually save quit back and then go through the not Blacksmith, the Hyrule Forest route. This is from the minigames that give you magic powers in Goemon 64. And some of those minigames are actually kind of hard. Whoa. Okay, I can kind of be fine with that, I guess. Because unless that was the gold glove, I wouldn't have been able to progress any farther north anyways. I'm gonna go turn in the mushroom real fast. The mushroom is the opposite direction, but fine. We don't have mirrors, so it actually makes sense to do this instead of going and doing it while we have mirrors, so... You're a jerk. Do that, it's a little bit easier. What am I doing? Okay, brainless alert. Let's go ahead and do this actually. Awesome. Give you this. Yo, let's go. The bacon sword. It gives us bacon justice by literally having the amount of spins it takes to actually kill the boss without arrows. Which is where this scene is actually going at this point. I got one of those for later. That was a pretty good check, I think. That was worth going out of the way for. Such a catchy little song. Like a lot of the overworld themes in Goemon were, so it's definitely comfy cozy. Why, game, are you telling me to go back into Hyrule sewers? What is this tracker on? Get out of here. I don't need to do that. I do need to go up Death Mountain relatively soon, though. There's a lot of stuff to get up there now that I have Hookshot and such, but I'm kind of putting it off at the moment. These guys powered up since I killed the initial batch of them. They pretty much up their security when you have to go through them. Like, if you don't do anything with them, over the course of the game they level up eventually, but in the very early game they don't turn blue or red. And then you can just completely just run through them. We can finally lift rocks! This is a town theme, actually. That is not an overworld theme, it's a town theme. And this is also, like, a overworld theme, but this is a really good one, so I like just listening to this one. Oh baby, this was so worth. This is immediately worth everything. I'm pretty sure that still stays as a key to prevent you from soft locking. At least in these settings. This was such a great dive. Holy cow. I'm gonna grab the other one. We have the sword that makes this a little bit less time consuming to do this check. Because if you have only Master or if you have Plastic Sword in here, killing these without Fire Rod takes literally forever. You can also blast them with Ether and freeze them too if you really want to save some time, but that does cost magic. Get away from me. That is a pull animation for you. Like her face was all scrunched up. Alright, so this was front-loaded in goodness. This is just kind of blah now. We know where Fire Rod is, so we can't actually access that anytime soon to finish that dungeon, so off we go. Alright, so now we can continue our actual path. We can actually start flipping around to... Yeah, we can go north real quick. So going north instead of south here is actually a play you can do. Ooh, okay. It will let you go ahead and grab these stuff out of Magic Cave, which we know for a fact is another Triforce piece. It'll also let you get Graveyard Ledge too, and there's no penalty for actually continuing further. You can just loop back around. Okay, so we're going up here next. When they mentioned pose, they were talking about these. Wait, no they weren't. Oh, never mind. I could have swore that was the actual, like, hint for what is the location of stuff on Magic Cave, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe the pose meant the desert ledge? Hmm. Well, either way, it's pointless now, so off we go. We don't have the easy way of doing this, we gotta run around the long way. Need to get a little bit better about using Quick Swap. A little bit better, but I find myself using both. Nice, worth. Maybe that's what they meant by guarded by pose, but I don't think there's any on the screen. Unless they're calling ghost pose, but... Wait, that makes sense. I'm thinking pose are birds, but they're actually ghosts because of, what do they call it? Ocarina of Time. So there you go, that was the hint. That's a little bit of Zelda deep lore knowledge dive right there for you, because they don't often reference those particular names all that much. A little tap on the backside right there. Just to get it out of the way. We can move. Alright, let's go back to our lovely little dungeon right here. We can full clear this. Yeah, we can. I will go ahead and spend a key here. Let's get the overworld stuff out of the way real fast though. It's not gonna take too long. Might actually get something that helps us out in here too. I can say that's helpful. Alright. Oh, okay. Speed demon. That ghost had a mission. Extra key to replace the one we're about to use. Nice. Nothing special about this check, it just exists. Here's our key. You know, I like this version of the settings just as much as I like the randomized keys section of it, where you can actually have very specific keys that you get from checks. This is from Ghost Toys Castle, which is the second castle you go into in Goemon 64. So Ghost Toys was an interesting castle, as was the other castles in Goemon 64, which the music gradually got more intense the deeper you went into the dungeon, which was a pretty cool thing back then because not every game did that. This is towards the final part of what the dungeon would be for this particular version of the song. This would be like, okay, you're almost at the boss. Kitty. It's an Artemis reference, because Artemis and Sailor V. Oh, there we go. That's the good stuff. You either outspeed that or you wait for the first fireball to pass. One of the two. Jump rope. The red ones will fire back at you for messing with them, but the blue ones don't. They just run away from you. Nothing going on here. Oh, we got the cursed one. That was actually kind of cool. It'll just kind of glitch out and start spazzing there, and it always leaves itself vulnerable like that. It's actually really cool. Doesn't happen very often though. There's the Quack Pendant. That is one of the 3 things you might need access for other dungeons for. I call it the Quack Pendant, but its real name is Quake. But it's really funny because it makes things go quack. I say that because I'm a fan of Psyduck, don't mind me. Psyduck is adorable. I have literally a couple of plushies on my bed for Psyduck. And they're like super soft and squishy. And one of them is just straight up like soft and fuzzy, and it's really, they're both really cute. Some of them sleep on the couch, but Psyduck stay with me. Because Psyduck is one of the best mons in the game. Golduck is fine, but Psyduck is just better. By default. Okay, buddy. Need money. Intense greed always pays. Let's go. Now the maiden that becomes blind at the end of the dungeon is not there in these settings. Because if I remember right, that's because this is boss shuffle. Third bottle. Got all the magic bottles. We only got like one that had life potion in it. I find it a little bit faster to go that way than go through the conveyor belt room to the left there. Boss shuffle, question mark? Oh yeah, it is. One of the better ones for Vitreous, though, because of lack of danger room. Okay, we confirm boss shuffle's on. It should be the boss shuffle that doesn't duplicate bosses, though. This is the song you would hear during the Goemon Impact fights, by the way. So we know it's a blue crystal because we know the locations of the red crystals. So, okay, no arrows, and a couple of good things actually in there, including the gold claw, so we're gonna kind of just be happy with what we got there. I would say we can just pout about it, but at the same time, I enjoy pouting about things sometimes. Only sometimes, though. Usually I'm in a good enough mood not to. We are not going to go on the Froggo World Tour today, which is what happens when you don't have Mirror and you have to save quit and take the Frog around the world in order to rescue it. So Frog gets to go home the easy way today, which is sad, but oh well. I'm not gonna say no to that. I know there are people that would be thinking, oh, that's a giant waste of time, I don't want to grab that. Well, you know what? I don't feel like that thing in particular is a waste of time. Unless like you're super pro, never get hit, but for the casual people, it's definitely a good thing to grab. Especially when it's that available freely. Ooh. GT, okay, that's not that good. That's not a good sign ever. Alright, let's do this. We'll go check the bat, and then we'll go right back up into the portal and start our move around there. Where am I again? Okay. Sometimes I just forget and space out when my actual, like, next move is supposed to be. Cool. Actually gave me something nice today. Good for him. He's usually grumpy and never gives you anything good, but this time it's just cozy. Alright, so we're gonna grab this. Grab that. Do the thing I didn't want to do. And we'll continue south now. So because we don't have flute, we actually have to do this the long way. Which the long way isn't that bad if you have hookshot, because you can actually just hook yourself onto trees and move around a little bit faster. But if you have no movement tech at this point, this is kind of painful. As long as you don't touch the A button to drop the chest and then leave it when you screen transition, you're fine. And that's what we wanted to come back to Light World for, was for what they call Cave 45 here. Why is it called that? It's been called that for like 7, 8+ years, so I have no idea why it's called that. Let's get stuck in the bush. Okay. Well, I guess. The reason why we're staying in Dark World for this particular part is because of what's coming up real quick. After we drop this particular, what they call purple lunchbox off, we will go ahead and check another key item check right up here, which can only be done if you're coming in from Dark World side, so that's why we're actually right here. Thank you. Not super useful, but thank you all the same. Bum, bum, bum. And now that bird gets set on fire! Hooray! Compasses in this version will tell you how many checks are left in a dungeon. But beyond that, they have no value. We need to go... We got rid of that. Death Mountain's our next set of checks, so we're gonna go ahead and go back. Alright, we're doing the thing I put off for the longest time. For the longest time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the longest. Okay, there's your song reference of the day, chat. I knew you were waiting from that from me. Oh, goodness. We love retro songs around here for sure. Okay, we don't have boots yet. We can't go grab those bonk rocks. Yeah, I thought those were Poes, and that's what the actual thing was checking with Magic Cave, but... Just silly me, I guess. It's the critter friend who throws the heart away. That's sad. At least the critter lives today. Usually the critter will give you so much treasure everywhere that the critter just simply explodes in treasure himself, but critter lives today. That's fine. I appreciate the fact he wanted to show love to us and then he threw our love right off a cliff. Cool. That unlocks the ability to go ahead and use this as a save point to start off with. Also, this particular color scheme looks like it's something straight out of Earthbound. Alright, that is nothing. But what is this? The discount double check. It's mildly useful. Okay. Sure. I don't have to fight Ganon, so this is a little bit less valuable of a thing to do. We don't have to skewer the bacon bits. Which I can pretty much just do, like, silverless Ganon, like, any time ever. Compass requires a hammer. Okay, weird. There's some fairies up there if you want to capture one of them with your bug net that we forgot to mark off because it's not really relevant. It's good if you're newer to the game and you want a source of not having to constantly restart because you have extra lives in reserve, but I don't generally need fairy revivals all that often, so I'm just skipping it. Speaking of stuff I want to skip though, we'll do this last. Like, Spike Cave right there is what I was motioning towards, which is the worst check in the game. That check is dumb, and I hate it. It's just universally bad. But it's the last thing you can do if you're doing the loop here for item checks, so it's fine, I guess. The reason why I re-equipped the hookshot there is because the mini Moldorms that are in this cave get one shot by this thing. Mire. Okay. I'm not terribly fussed by that, I guess. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, okay. 5 checks right here. Ale nothing burgers, let's go. I had burgers last night too, and those were really good. Okay, that actually had some decent value to it. We're sitting at 5 to go, and then we're just kind of just pushing our way out of here. This works out just fine. We're gonna go and go this way though. Doing the order of these checks depends on which key items you have. This is done very differently depending on if you have mirror or not. Oh boy, it gets better, doesn't it? There's a certain phrase a longtime friend of mine will say that comes around here sometimes, but don't you worry, it gets better. Right there. That's the one we don't have. Cool beans. We are not stuck going into that hellhole. We're gonna go in the reverse part of this. We're gonna have to climb back up it and grab these two right here. Cool trick. If you push this and then press the button to try and mirror out, it just glitches and blows up the block. Very useful for getting rid of a lot of push and extra frames. Here's the problem though. This opens up Ice Palace and Logic. Because I know where Fire Rod is, so... Yeah, this is kind of a pain. It's better just to take the drop right there. We're doing pretty good for 120 in. Usually these particular settings will last about, at most, 2.5 hours. The flippers open up a bunch. Grab that and suffer. Hooray. Hooray, suffering. And here's the one check you have to go all the way back up for, which is a pain, but that's what it is. It's more of a pain when you don't have boots to just fly through it. The spiral cave walk. Alrighty, that's that. I would call that worth, since keys are universal. But now you're gonna climb up this one more time. We're gonna do this the fast way though. The faster way is climbing up by light side, because you don't have to do the thing down in the Dark World cave of the version. Dead rocks will often just block your path and be a gigantic nuisance, but we got exactly what we needed out of that today, which is not getting trolled. We really don't have to deal with them much anymore, so it's fine. We might have to climb back up here one more time, though. Maybe. Oh. It's like the Lisa Simpson, I'll quit it, I'll quit it. The Dark World version of that is a song that only shows up a couple times in Going 164. I don't have Big Key in here, so we're gonna be just a moment. This is an Overworld song. Oh, hello there. That's huge. Song is such a banger though. Cat Jam. I guess we do this because we have a fire source. Alright chat, time for a hydrate break. You know how this is done if you've ever played this game before. If you're doing this in the randomizer version, you can totally put a block right there, do this on your own time, press the button there, and boom, you get a hydrate break. These things will not damage you do not have to hit them, you just vibe for a minute. I'm gonna catch up on my Discord things real quick too. Alright. That is checking part of my pings. Oh, you know what? Haha, we have mirror. We don't have to go the long way back. I just leave. Wow. We leave, and now that we've done so, we can finally end on Spike Cave, and then we're done with this loop. This was a pretty good Dark Death Mountain loop, though. Let's be completely real here. Three, two, one. Boop. We're gonna take some damage here. Usual Spike Cave check. I'm not gonna reset for that. We're just gonna go ahead and walk through, take the pokey in the feet. It's like one of those volcano lava walks that you do with the spike little rocks that you walk across in the path. Yeah, it's one of those. That's about how good the items in Spike Cave usually are anyways, is walking painfully over spikes. For nothing. Oh hey, we can go check the lovely friend Catfish for any sort of goodies that he might have. Catfish has been kind of good to me lately. It's not really a bad check to make. But we're kind of running a little bit low on options here. I forgot to mark off flippers. Boop. We do not have Ice Palace Big Key, but we don't necessarily need much of that. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and refill real quick. Refilling does not cost you a lot. It only costs you the price of a green potion. What I meant to do... See, you can't buy keys. What I meant to do was go ahead and do that. Go in here. Grab that for a refill, refill the bottle with that, and there we go. That's how we take care of that. If you really want to, I'd rather take the third bottle that we have and go ahead and just check the waterfall now. But checking waterfall now would be going ahead and dumping the contents of that magic bottle for it, and then we can just refill it afterwards. Alright, Catfish, we're giving you some nice flowers. You can go ahead and give us some nice items. Please, please, pretty please, would you ever do that for me? Cool. That is a nice item. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you can buy them. That is a nice item and nobody can change my mind otherwise. Alright, let's go refill that bottle we just spent. No. We go check that bottle that we just have not spent. That's what we're doing. Because I need to get better about doing that. What do you have for me, nice lady? Pretty lady has berry Kool-Aid! Oh, we don't have to spend more money, which means our money is now worthless. Let's go. Alright, we need to get ourselves to South Hyrule, which is best done from Light World. Whoa. Because we are at the very sad state of affairs where I actually need to go ahead and grab Fire Rod and go into Ice Palace. We cannot full clear Ice Palace, but we are certainly going to go grab a whole bunch of stuff from it. I'm not feeling the fact that Flute is going to be obtainable this seed, based on how many pieces we have left to the finish. Like, we're past the point of needing movement tech, is what I'm trying to get at. Sure, why not? So, small keys are viable, but definitely not needed or necessary. They look like moblins, but it's... I don't know what to call them. Get out of my way. I don't know what to call them, honestly. They're just grumpy. They're grumpy and they have sticks. They have pointed sticks or sticks with a little, like, paper bag over them or something that they're trying to poke you with and... Wait, hold up, Elf. So the ones that have the lances that hit you for damage, those are the disgusting uncles you get at the Thanksgiving dinners that literally just go up to you and go, pull my finger. It's those kind of people. Alright, let's go. Let's go into Pain Dungeon. Also, if you want to, I'm going to do this once. I want to do this just so we have extras, just in case. But you can go straight here and buy yourself an upgrade for pretty cheap, actually. I don't need the arrows necessarily, but the bombs are nice to have for a one upgrade, so. Gives you a couple more chances at the bomb jump coming up right here. This song right here is from Submarine Castle, which is the 4th dungeon in the game, for going on 64. This is one of the songs that's like more sped up because you're close to the end of the dungeon. That's what this particular version of the song is. Because the beginning of the dungeon, again, it's a lot quieter in nature. I will endlessly, like, just harp on how cool that is that they did that with the songs in that game, though. Rude. Bad penguin. Give me that. I'll take more magic. Who needs more magic? Sure, we all do, but you know what? Here's my commercial pitch. Do you remember watching TV chat before the internet streaming era actually came around? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh, God. I kind of sillied myself to death right there, don't mind me. That always happens. It always happens when I don't have boots to move around faster in this room. Alright, can we get this first try again like I did last time? There we go. And we need right about there. That's too far. No, it's not. Perfect. Let's go. Don't get too far to the north there or you'll clip the middle block and you will completely fall in and have to redo the whole thing. Go like farther south when you do that. I thought I was going to be off with that too, but I wasn't. That makes me very excited. And you know what? We have 1,000,000 keys, so we're gonna go spend one of them. We're spending one of them doing this early. Get a refund key. Alright, nothing so far. Still nothing. I don't know what the game is trying to tell us right now. This is kind of a problem. The refund. Where's my brain right now? My brain is not there. Okay. Never mind. My brain is over here. Whoops. Oopsies. Can't grab this one. This is kind of a disappointment now. I feel like there is a moderate amount of regret for coming in here at the moment. Push that one down for later. I call this the moon room. Why? Because it looks like a crescent moon with way too much ice on the back half of it, but oh well. Oh yeah, that's done with a massive waste. Yikes. Joke's on me, I forgot to press the switch. I have been bamboozled. I think I don't have enough magic to get this, but it's fine, I'll just pop a blue potion, I guess. That's what they're there for. My free blue potions. Oh, okay, I don't need it at all. Cool. Thank you, Boss Shuffle, for giving me the lovely Argus that is literally trans rights. Let's go. It's Pride Month, baby. I love the, like, cotton candy pink that it has, too. That's so good. Nice grab. This is the best looking Argus sprite I've ever seen. Alright. Desert. Desert doesn't really open a lot back up to us, though. So, we did all that for a big key, more or less, and that's about it. I guess Swamp Palace is open now too because we got the small key and the flippers from there. There. I chose really badly in coming up here. Oh well, I guess I gotta finish Skullwoods instead. I was gonna go into Swamp Palace and full clear that, but this might be better off overall. No idea why I went up that way. I'm not afraid of anything. I have bacon sword. Delicious bacon sword. We have 1447, which is 110 rupees more than the 1337 that is the nerd culture speak for elite. We have too much money, chat. We need to find ways of spending it. Okay, I just have way too much money. You're rude. I did not grab this. Nothing wrong with grabbing a free key right there. Too much money. That's Spaceballs 3. The spending of too much money. I'm being silly, chat. Don't mind me. I hope it amuses you, or at least gives you something to smile about every little bit. Whoa, okay. Okay, game. You're making me just ride the bouncy castle. Got it. Level 4. This is a pendant. I don't know if it's green pendant. I don't remember ever talking to him to ask. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't ask him earlier. There we go. We're gonna get rid of all this right here. Time for the worst room in the game with potentially the worst boss in the game. We don't know. We're gonna find out though. At least we have full magic for it now. Three, two, one, crap boss. Oh boy! One of the least fun things in the planet on this room. Great. Look how things spin! Okay, where's the RGL art team to actually give us a GIF of that, or a sticker or something for the Discord? Because that is amazing. Quick, someone clip that. That was the coolest Bulbasaur ever. And ironically, an easier fight than I was thinking it was gonna be. Go figure. It's a red one. Okay, so we don't need to go back in there because we already got the treasure chest from there. Hey Coco, how you doing? Long time. Long time, short time. How are you doing? Alright, so we have one more chest we can check in there, and we do have the key for it, so we're just gonna drop it and do it. Wait, do we? No, we don't. Never mind. Hey, Skullwoods is like the one key I didn't see, but at this point it's basically pointless. You're probably not going to troll me with 4 Triforce pieces to go clear the game with one check in particular. I say that and boots are probably going to be there, but you know what? Shrug. Where are we going? We're going to Swamp. Going the long way because we don't have Flute. So a full clear of Swamp will most likely get us at least one of the 4 we need. I say at least one because the odds are kind of high that's going to get 2. I say this and can easily be proven wrong at a moment's notice, so who knows, right? That's all the power of randomizer. Nobody knows except for me, who actually knows how many items are in the pool and what's left. I gotta figure out dinner after this. I think I'm making tacos tonight. I've been a Taco Monday kind of girl for like the longest. I guess I'm just pushing against the machine or something. I'm being edgy. Just actual like Goth Venus or something, I don't know. This is from Goemon's Great Adventure. This is not in 64. Held by someone friendly. Thanks. Held by someone friendly tells me that's what Sahasrara is holding for his item. I think there's one. I was right about that. I don't need money anymore. I'm not worried about that 20 that dropped. Or especially not that one that was right there. Haven't had a chance to check Discord all that much in the past like hour or so. Which is fine, because there's 3 pings staring at me in the face, and I'm thinking 2 of them are from someone I know, so it should be just 1. I don't know Diver Down or any of those other little newer tricks that they found over the past couple of years, so I don't do them. I don't have the time in my life to learn new speedrun tech for this game. I'm way too busy for that. I could have just hookshot onto that. I'm kind of just complete airhead right now. So whenever you're doing the big room right here in Swamp Palace, always go clockwise. That way you can make sure you don't miss anything. Like this key here, which you absolutely need in actual key sanity. Alright, so for this section right here, we're gonna go ahead, drop the gate, move, push this, flood that, and then we're gonna go hit the switch again. Preferably with us not being on that side of it. There you go. You want to make sure you leave it as it was, because that will affect the upstairs for left side swamp. Okay. Upwards, upwards, boop. Left side swamp is considered pretty long unless you know, like, the speedrun tech from modern stuff, but shrug. We're here just vibing. We're here waiting for 3 more Triforce pieces so we can all be on our happy little way for the rest of the evening. That is not what I wanted to see. Well. We do not have the big key for it, so everything but the boss is open. That is nice, at least. Also, we're 2 away now. Hey, Kong, thanks for the good luck. Much appreciated. Welcome, Raiders. How are you all doing? Welcome to the return of Rando Mondays. We took a long time off, but we're back. And we are so back because we are doing things a little bit differently with me around here. And I think you're all going to enjoy it. So, something to look forward to over the next little bit of time over the coming weeks. I've got a new feature. No! God, no. I've got a new feature that is going to be really fun for you all on Rando Mondays, so we're going to be doing that. You are a jerk. We're going to be doing that over the next week. It's not going to be included in this week's episode, because I was a little bit late getting prepared today, so. I was involved in a really interesting roleplay where we were discussing, like, the differences of the light between, like, the light of Balor and the Scarlet Crusade's vision of the light, and I thought it was a fascinating discussion, and I am very much, like, brought into, like, ideology, philology discussions for, like, Warcraft stuff, so I just sat there and vibed with it for a while, and that's why I'm late. I was only like 15 minutes late, though, it's not too bad. Hera big key, okay, sure. I guess we can go up there. It's probably one of the last things we would do, though. All the big keys are in here. What the actual hell? That's kind of crazy. I think I mentioned it already, but this song is from Goemon's Great Adventure, not 64. Alright, boss shuffle, we know this is an Argus. What the hell is this? Cool. Free. Go here. Okay, now you're just being a jerk. I'm gonna start bullying you now. Bye. I wanted to be cool and spin strat it, but the game wouldn't let me. It's fine, I guess. You just bullied me, game, and I'm not a fan of that. Oh well. We are 2 away from finishing the game now, so we can go to places I don't want to go. Yeah, I think it's time, chat. I unfortunately think it's time. Let's go. Good. Okay. We still don't have flute, and I completely did that. Let's remember how to play the game next episode, smile. But due to the rule that I have about no back-to-backs in terms of randomizers, we are doing something else next week for sure. Keeping it fun, keeping it spicy, inventing new ways to make Rando Monday even more rando. Just for you, chat. No boots, no flute, no problem, I guess. They're probably in GT or something. We can take a look at that while we're waiting on the credits, I guess. And we're already right here, so there's no point in save quitting. So what were you playing today, Kong? Were you playing Mega Man stuff, or was it, like, something different? I'm not sure you have a health refill here. Which you can do just by talking to this guy, and he just gives you a bandage and makes it all better. Ow. Stop chasing me! Oh, that was cool. That completely just pivoted straight away from me. No problem, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna not go in there. I'm not gonna go in there just because I'm a defiant brat. And you can't make me. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Alright. I gotta go over to Dark Road side though. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Alright, let's do this. Chat, we have to go ahead and go into this dungeon. Ugh, whatever will we do? This is terrible. I don't wanna. This is the worst dungeon ever. Just kidding, got you. There's way better options than to go into TR. I was completely messing with you, and that was actually part of the fun. I have given myself a smile on my face today, at your expense, and I actually don't regret it this time, smile. Alright, we're opening this, but instead of doing that first, we will do that second. Because we can go ahead and just flip right over here and do Hera first. Which doing Hera first is way better, honestly. You get to hear this banger song again, let's go. Okay, so checking the Discord feed that I usually check whenever you go on. It looks like you're playing Gravity Circuit today? I was actually just watching that during the Mega Man Marathon. That was the all-month-long one. And that looks like a pretty cool Mega Man-like game. I wouldn't mind giving it a try sometime, but I remember it's free right now, so that's actually kind of cool. But this is why we do Hera first. It is often going to give us the things we need to have this not be a completely painful trip. Up GT. Because we're one away now, and then we can just go ahead and just like nope out of the game after that. That was a weird pull-up animation. I didn't even have the jar in my hand. That's kind of crazy. All the bumpers. Vanilla? Huh. Weird. This particular song is from Oedo Castle's boss, specifically. What? Stop being a coward and accept your destiny, thank you. Oh my god. Why were boots this late? You unholy abomination of a game. I guess that makes GT easier? Question mark? Not like I'm expecting there ever to be a thing on Bob's Torch, but still, come on. This song right here, and not the song from The Climb. This is from Goemon's Great Adventure. The Climb is from Goemon 64. I would never expect that to actually be useful. It is until it isn't. I've had things be in the first couple chests there, but I wasn't expecting something like that in this particular seed, in all fairness. Sure, why not? Let's kill Bomb. Hi, Bomb. Who's the real villain now? That's right, I'm going on my villain arc. Rawr. Let's actually press that first before we do that. Great idea. Highly recommend. No TR for us, baby. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna get like a 205 here. I don't think this was as bad as it could have been. We still never saw Bow, we never got Flute. It trolled us with Boots at the very end. I think it's just one of those standard seeds that I have that are just like super trolly until they aren't. Okay, that's a 205. Let's go. Boop. And that's the end of that. That was crazy. Bacon, pork, or ham? The answer is ham, and I don't think I will take other ones. Bacon can easily be overdone and turned into complete disgustingness. Pork is really good when it's pulled pork, but by itself, it needs to be not dry or it completely just ruins itself. Ham is safe. Ham is a very, very safe protein for sure. So yeah, good news. Good news is it is finally time to go back to the wheel. Smile. And I'm gonna get those options set up right now. Now that we have our wheel set up, the thing I was going to tell you, the special surprise that we're going to save until next week, which, again, is not on this particular one right here. I am going to go ahead for the summer, and maybe beyond that, I will take the games that I know for randomizers, I will leave them on the wheel, and then what'll happen is I will put an extra option on the wheel of something I do not know. Those will be showcases, however. I will spend up to 3 to 4 hours, I guess, on Monday nights playing randomizers that I don't know and trying to see if I can beat some of them. That's kind of exciting. I am nervous as all heck about doing that, but I want to just inject some fun into the format instead of just playing the same 4 randomizers over and over. So what'll happen if we hit a spin that includes the game that I do not know out of my randomizers that I do know, we will go ahead and do the rando the next week after, but we will take that option off the wheel and we will replace it with something else that I don't know. And that's how we're going to go ahead and do this. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to take the wheel. If you hit something on that spin that I don't know, I will do that the next week. But I will not do back-to-back weeks where I do not know games. So we'll take that one off for that option, go back to something we know for the week after, and then we can introduce the next random game that I don't know again. I think that's what we're gonna do this summer, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm highly looking forward to that. And I hope you're all gonna be looking forward to that too, because we have a lot of time to make up for it, like spending with each other, because, you know, I was gone for 2 months. On can attest to this, Warcraft's a hell of a drug. Anyways, that's my big surprise for you all coming up for the summer, so I will go ahead and repeat that information in Discord, which, if you want to join our Discord, learn more about our monthly events, learn more about our weeklies, you can go ahead and hop right in here. Boop. So once we get to the finished credit screen and scroll all the way down, we will go ahead and make our next spin. If this song wasn't blatantly obvious as to what it was the Goemon impact while you're going up towards the robot boss. And this is from the end of Goemon 64. No, I do not want a free trial of Adobe Acrobat. Gross. Don't you free trial me anything in this particular day and age. That's kind of absurd. That's straight offensive. And while we're waiting on the credits to go and we have the stats to come up, we're going to go ahead and also... we got our next spin set up, and I'm going to look for us to rate off, so we're going to be doing that about 10 something minutes. This was a fun evening, I feel. We did a lot in such a short amount of time. And we got back into the swing of things, which was really good too, because, you know, like, it's been a long time since I've actually done Rando Monday. Okay, I think I've got my raid target. Let's go ahead and get this going and then get the spin going. So submissions for our next marathon have just closed over the weekend. We have coming up for you the RGLtv, the quest for good art. As the quest for good RNG, that's what it was. RGLtv Gauntlet, the quest for good RNG. That's such a long name. Smile. That's gonna be run by one of our longtime friends of the community, who is our newest official staff member. Smile. It's no longer me. Okay, I think I'm caught up on things there for a little bit at least. What do we got here? One bonk. One bonk, chat! We did the celebratory bonk. 147's not bad. But who needs boots, right? We just want to, like, walk everywhere, which is what I'm used to whenever I roll my own seeds. So, kind of a thing. Kind of a thing. Alright. That is that. So let's go ahead and get the wheel going. I can grab a window source. Let's grab a source here. Is this still the same? Oh, hell yeah, it is. Alright, chat. Here's the next spin for the week. Are you ready? Oh no, I'm not. Let's go. SMRPG Rando. That will be our randomizer for next week. So take a look forward to that, and we will see you back here the usual time, my usual time of 6 p.m. Eastern, and that will be for everybody in Europe, that will be 1 a.m. For everybody in Japan, that'll be about 10 a.m. So, yeah. That's the end of that. I want you to go ahead and stick around for the raid with Vic, and then we'll be on our way. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all every single moment of the day. I look forward to having you all back here next Rando Monday. But we'll go ahead and tell you about our weeklies coming up real quick. And then I will let you go, I promise. Our weeklies, WOD's Day, which will be Toad and Kavik playing Doom mods, which is our Wednesday evening program. Saturdays, we have the wonderful Wide World of Waffles. Just waffles. Those are retro raffles where you, the chat, will pick the games that we play all day for you. All the mods tend to jump in for that and just have ourselves lots of hours of just all sorts of retro fun together. Sundays, you've got Can You Hack It with J Machine and oftentimes myself. After that, every other week on Sundays, right after Can You Hack It, will be our wonderful Dungeon Diving with Empty Eye show, which is lovely that we just had this come back to us this past weekend. Smile. And all of that will take you right back into Rando Monday this next week, so thank you all for watching. Appreciate you as always. I have been your Retro Gaming Idol, and let's get out of here, shall we? Have a wonderful evening, everyone.